Welcome to the weekly press briefing of the Kosovo Specialist Chambers, where we aim to provide journalists with an update on the latest developments at the court and the opportunity to ask questions. On the 17th and the 18th of December, three separate plea agreements were made public in which Sabit Yanusi, Haji Shala, and Ismet Batiari each admit guilt to one charge of intimidation and one charge of obstruction. At hearings held on the 18th of December, Mr. Yanuzi and Mr. Shala each pleaded guilty to one count of obstructing official persons in official duties and one count of intimidation, as defined in the relevant articles of the 2019 Kosovo Criminal Code and the KSC law. Other matters related to the plea agreements were also discussed during the 18th December hearings, where the defendants confirmed that they had discussed the agreements with their lawyers and that they understood the agreements and their consequences. The defendants also confirmed that they had entered into the agreements voluntarily and that they waived their right to a trial. A similar hearing to discuss Mr. Batiari's plea agreement started earlier this afternoon. The plea agreements and related matters such as sentencing are still under consideration by the trial panel. In the case of Hashim Thaci, Bashkim Smakai, Fadil Fazliu, Isni Kilai, and Hayreddin Kuchi, related to alleged witness influencing, the first status conference was held on Tuesday, the 17th of December. The disclosure of evidence by the prosecution to the defense and other matters related to the expeditious preparation of the case for trial were discussed. In the same case, the registrar notified the pretrial judge on the 13th of December of the conditional approval of Ms. Sovi Manajan as co-counsel for Mr. Thaci. In the separate case of Hashim Thaci, Kadri Veseli, Recep Salimi, and Jakub Krasniqi, related to charges of war crimes and crimes against humanity, the trial panel issued a new decision on victims' participation on the 16th of December, according to which one applicant was admitted to participate in the proceedings. This brings the total number of victims participating in this case to 154. In the same case, on the 13th of December, the trial panel ruled on a prosecution request to admit the written testimonies of several witnesses into evidence without cross-examination, admitting 6 such testimonies, denying the admission of one, and deferring a decision on another witness's testimony until the SPO satisfies the requirements of the relevant rule. On the 16th of December, the trial panel granted a prosecution request to admit into evidence the prior statements of a witness, and in a separate decision granted in part a request related to the expert testimony of 3 witnesses. On the 13th of December, the trial panel extended the detention for Hashim Thaci and Kadri Veseli in separate decisions, finding for both accused that there remains a sufficient risk that they will obstruct the progress of KSC proceedings and commit further crimes against those perceived to be opposed to the KLA, including witnesses who have provided or could provide evidence in the case and/or are due to appear before the specialist chambers. The panel also found that these risks could only be effectively managed in the detention facilities. The KSC judicial recess period will start on Monday, the 23rd of December, and last until Friday, the 10th of January, 2025. During this period, no hearings are held and some non-essential services are reduced to a minimum. However, the court remains fully functional and work continues across all sections of the KSC. Filings are possible during the recess, and unless otherwise ordered by the judges, judicial deadlines continue running. The next regular weekly press briefing is scheduled to take place on Thursday, the 9th of January, 2025 at 2:30 in the afternoon. The next court hearing before the Kosovo Specialist Chambers is scheduled to take place on the 13th of January 2025, starting at 9 in the trial of Hashim Thaçi, Kadri Veseli, Recep Salimi, and Jakub Krasniqi.